What is up, guys? It's your boy Reset Cacus, and today a new weekly reset has just hit Destiny 2, and with it comes some things you absolutely want to know about, including another free gift for players from Bungie. And so, let's get started. Alright, so what the heck is going on? Well, first of all, unlike previous resets, there is no patch this week. Now, as for the first thing you're probably going to see when you log into the game, it involves that free gift, specifically, as you can see right here, the Lunar New Year free gift. That's right, today, February 17th, is the Chinese Lunar New Year, and in celebration, Bungie, as you can see, is giving away 880 free bright dust in the Eververse store, and there's a bunch of Lunar New Year themed cosmetics available this week as well. So let's take a look at that. First of all, I claim my Lunar New Year gift. Hey, even if you're not playing Destiny 2 right now, which is a lot of us, it's worth logging into the game, getting some free bright dust. Why the heck not? Now, taking a look at some of the other things, as you can see, after I claim this bright dust, I actually have the Year of the Horse pack where I get a new Lunar New Year themed ghost shell, as well as a ship and a sparrow, and this is available at a discount, or at least it is for me. Now, as for the featured bright dust items this week, we have the Festive Sparks emote, we have the Taken knife mark, so the Taken class item, depending on what class you're on, that's kind of a big one. We have the Taurus shell, then we have the Renewal entrance, and then, this is actually kind of a big deal, you have the Nothing Given shader. That's right, the Taken shader is available for free for Bright Dust. This came in a paid package, I believe not too long ago. So, hey, this is a good pickup if you're someone who didn't buy the Taken shader. I mean, like, I picked it up for sure. Definitely one of the sweeter looking shaders. Now, on top of that, we have the Masonry shader, and then in the actual Bright Dust section, we've got the, I'm not even gonna bother, the Bunny emote, then you've got the Taken plate ornament, so you have the Taken class item, and the Taken plate, and the Taken shader, all available this week, which is kind of sick. Then you've got a bunch of Lunar New Year items as well, this Lantern shell, and then you have the Lunar Growl ship, and then after that, you have the Rabbit's Chase Sparrow. And then you actually have a, you're never gonna guess, a Lunar New Year themed ornament for the Risk Runner. Honestly, this one looks sick. I picked it up. And then you've got this projection, and you have a bunch of other shaders. I'm just gonna quickly show you in the background gameplay as well as some trans matte effects. So that's what's going on in Eververse this week. Now, as for the other things, again, there's even more things you're absolutely going to want to know about. So, you're also going to get this pop-up right here. Double bonus focus starts now, where your first bonus focus drop in a certain activity, like per day, will guarantee you 2 drops instead of 1. Honestly, this is one of the best portal modifiers in the entire game, because it's one of the only ones that influences loot, right? So if I look in the portal right now, guys, one of the big ones, the Sunless Cell is offering the Arc Rocket Pulse Rifle as a reward. This is an incredibly good, I would say, God tier PvE weapon. If you don't have the God roll, it is worth going after this weapon. But I actually have a way to get this God roll pretty much guaranteed. That's coming up later in the video. But as you can see, when I load up this Sunless Cell, as long as you achieve a B grade or higher by the end of it, I get 2 of these Arc Pulse Rifles again instead of 1. So when it comes to farming certain portal loot, this is definitely one of the more desirable weapons, but you also have the Evening SI4 sidearm, which is seeing a lot of play in PvP right now. People are really enjoying that. And you also, again, mainly have that Ferropotent set. Ferropotent is the base armor set for Portal, so it's going to drop everywhere except for Crucible and Pinnacle Ops. But this, the 2-piece, is one of the most powerful two-piece armor bonuses in the entire game for PvE, because it gives you like 10% damage resistance whenever you regen your health, but it counts any regen source. So if you trigger, for example, Devour, you get damage resistance from Ferropotent. Again, this is like an S+ tier PvE armor set. Almost all of my PvE builds have a two-piece Ferropotent built into them, right? Incredibly important set. So again, hey, it's dropping helmets or class items or whatever you need for this armor set. Just do one activity. You're going to get 2 guaranteed rewards as long as you get that grade in terms of the portal rating. All right, so that is the portal bonus this week. The next thing we got to check is what Zavala is selling. And it's actually a really big deal this week because, guys, as you can see right here, Zavala is selling, outright giving away the Aeterna 4, which is, again, that god tier arc rocket pulse rifle I talked about earlier. Now, in terms of which one you should buy, well, guys, there's actually a few alternatives for this weapon. So right here, I'm going to put up the most popular roles on light.gg. You can see that barely the most popular one is Blast Distributor plus Elemental Honing. Then coming in at second place, you have Trickle Charge and Jolting Feedback. Both of those are absolutely fantastic. So you can see the very first one here, the one on the leftmost side, we do have Trickle Charge plus Jolting Feedback or Trickle Charge plus Elemental Honing, which is the third most popular role. So this is absolutely an option here. And then later on, however, we have the second one here, but the third one in from the left, the middle one, guys, it does actually have, as you can see, Blast Distributor plus Elemental Honing, as you can see, which is, again, the most popular role. Light.gg has this third middle option here ranked as an S tier role. You also have Trickle Charge plus Elemental Honing if you want to go that route instead. Elemental Honing is an incredibly good damage increasing perk for boss DPS for pretty much anything as long as you're using normally a prismatic build, so you can get all those different elemental sources. For example, this build right here, utilizing my arc buddy, that's arc. I mean, the weapon itself is arc as well, but then I also have, of course, my stasis turret, and then if I transcend, I've got void as well. I've got a strand melee, so I can like up my sources of elemental damage really quickly and get to ×5 with elemental honing, which is just a broken amount of damage increase. Not to mention, the Blast Distributor perk is going to increase your grenade stat when you do damage with a weapon. That's all you need, damage. So when you're shooting a boss, you're also upping your grenade stat. So if you are using like the Warlock Buddy build or one of the many other incredible Grenadier builds, your grenades are going to be doing more and more damage. It's really easy to keep up ×5 Blast Distributor, and you know, you're chucking your grenades while you're doing DPS with the Aeterna. So incredible role. So definitely the third one overall is the most popular, highest DPS role, but honestly, if you want a more general purpose role, especially if you're not using prismatic builds to get the most out of elemental honing, go at the second role right here. You have Blast Distributor and Trickle Charge, the two best perks in the left, plus Jolting Feedback. For that, you don't need to be hot swapping weapons and using all your abilities to get all the different elemental damage. You just shoot and get jolts. So more damage, more ad clearing, really good general purpose role right there. Honestly, there's quite a few decent roles available this week, but that's the breakdown. Definitely get one of these if you don't have the God roll. Literally one of the best PvE weapons in the entire game right now, and you can just go and grab it from Zavala. Guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.